desert night is silent. Only wind moves across the sand. In the darkness stands the shadow of a ruined city, lost inside time. This city was not just lost, it was erased from history itself. Uruk, a name that carries the birth of civilization. From a simple settlement, it slowly became one of the first great cities. Dawn light reveals broken walls and ruins, once the beginning of an organized society. Here, administration, religion, and structured life are born. Humans begin to live together in order. Temples, walls, and structures of power rise, becoming symbols of belief and rule. A question arises. Was this city only human-made or guided by an unseen force? The answer lies beneath the earth, in ruins and ancient remains. This is where the story of Uruk begins. Time moves slowly. Beneath the desert once existed a living world, where humans first understood what a city truly is. Small settlements begin to merge. Families, groups, and workers are bound together by one need: order. From this order emerges a new reality where personal life slowly gives way to collective systems. When humans learn to live together, civilization is born. Uruk becomes the first laboratory of urban planning. Walls, houses, and administrative systems rise from mud, clay, and bricks. Dust fills the air, workers hammer stone, and temple bells echo in the distance, together forming a living city. In the city center rise structures that represent both religion and power. People begin to believe in unseen control. This belief strengthens the city, but the question remains: was the driving force human effort or faith itself? As Uruk grows larger, its internal complexity increases. The streets slowly turn into a silent map of power and control. Dawn breaks. The city awakens. Farmers head to the fields, workers begin their labor, and silent rituals start in the temples. The scent of incense and chants blend together, creating an atmosphere where reality and belief merge into one. A city that believes in gods is never ruled by humans alone. A system emerges in Uruk, where religion and administration merge. Temples become centers of economy and resource distribution. People believe their crops, lives, and fate are controlled by divine will. Priests interpret that will for them.
People of the temple, bring forth your offerings.
We obey the sacred command.
Let these gifts ascend to the heavens.
For the eternal glory.
People of the temple, hear me. The sun god's light guides our path. Rise with me and claim our destiny.
The ruler is not just a king. He becomes a bridge between gods and humans. But the question arises, does this bridge connect people or slowly imprison them? Wealth accumulates, labor is organized, and decisions become centralized, all under the shadow of an unseen belief. Inside this shadow, a new reality is born, where asking questions slowly becomes more difficult. Uruk is no longer just a settlement, it is a complete system. Every action, every person, even every breath slowly falls under rules. As the sun rises, an invisible order activates. Workers are grouped, grain is counted, and temples receive taxes and offerings. From outside, it looks like daily life. But inside, a powerful administrative machine is being built, where accounting begins, civilization begins. Signs are carved into clay tablets. These are not just writing, they are the language of control. Who worked how much, who received what, which land belongs to whom. Everything is now bound in records. The temple is no longer just spiritual. It becomes an administrative hub where power, religion, and economy operate together. The name of gods and grain records are spoken together. Two
Verify the
worlds,
grain stores next.
but part of
Here's
one
the
system.
discrepancy.
At the center
Adjust
stands
entry.
the ruler.
It must be precise.
Great Pharaoh, we present the scales of Ma'at.
The feather is light, the heart is true.
Ma'at is satisfied. Let the people rejoice.
On one side, a priest, on the other, an administrator. But the question arises, when everything is controlled by rules, is man truly free? As city walls rise higher, life inside becomes more controlled. This control gives birth to writing, accounting, and the power of memory. The dawn of Uruk is no longer the same. The air carries more than dust. An invisible force is rising, one that will change civilization forever. Inside the temple, on a stone table, a scribe slowly presses marks into soft clay with a stylus. Each mark is not just a line. It is an attempt to preserve a fragment of reality. When humans forget speech, writing begins to speak. This is the birth of a new form of memory in Uruk. What is not spoken yet remains permanent. Grain, labor, and trade are now sealed in clay tablets. Administration no longer relies on spoken orders. Every decision now has written proof. Every transaction has recorded truth. Temples slowly become vast information centers,
The ancient texts
where
reveal
alongside
much.
prayers, the
I will
entire
fetch the
city
scrolls
is
from the
managed
archive.
through silent symbols. A simple worker watches from afar. His eyes hold both awe and fear. He is witnessing the birth of a new power. This power is not a weapon. It is invisible control hidden within clay and symbols. This control will give rise to an era where power is decided not only by swords, but also by writing. But the question remains, will this new power free humanity or bind it even deeper? Uruk is no longer just a city. It is slowly turning into a living system, where every person, resource, and moment is locked inside calculation. Before dawn even breaks, administrative centers activate. Inside temples, rows of clay tablets are arranged as accounting begins. Some count grain, others verify worker lists, and some check land records. The city feels like a silent machine of numbers. Outside, it looks like routine work, but inside, a new reality is forming, where life and decisions are no longer separate. When everything becomes calculation, freedom quietly turns into control. People live in two worlds, one of soil, water, and crops, the other of numbers, symbols, and records.
The records of the harvest are complete. Good. We must preserve the wisdom. Let no knowledge be lost.
Temples hold these two worlds together. Priests are no longer just spiritual leaders, they become accountants and controllers. Grain, rations, and trade are all under central control. Uruk slowly becomes the first controlled urban economy. At night, the city sleeps, but the temple remains awake, because accounting never sleeps. A scribe draws the final mark with tired hands. But work doesn't stop, because the city no longer runs on human will, but on the system itself. This system will one day turn Uruk into the foundation of civilization. But does it also hide the seeds of its downfall? This system will one day turn Uruk into the foundation of civilization, but does it also hide the seeds of its downfall? With the first light of dawn, temple bells ring out.
Hail the eternal flame, glory to the ancients! Through smoke and fire we ascend!
Rising incense fills the air, and people move in lines toward prayer. Some come with faith, some with fear, and some out of habit.
Divine light, hear our prayers. Guide us from
from darkness to your eternal truth.
We beseech you, if you grant us deliverance.
This city is not for humans. It is a world built for the gods. Massive temple complexes rise in Uruk. Clay and brick upon brick form structures that become centers of both worship and power. Behind every structure lies organized labor, calculated rations, and strict control from temple administration. People begin to realize these monuments are not only for pleasing gods, but also invisible structures, holding society together. Priests perform rituals while workers carry stone. Two worlds that seem separate but are part of the same system. The towering temple becomes a bridge rising toward the sky, forming a permanent link between humans and gods. But the question arises, is this connection a blessing or a slowly forming web of control? At night, the temple remains lit, because the work of gods never stops, and neither does the rule of this city. In that light, a reality is born where belief and power become inseparable. In Uruk's sky, dust and light blend into a strange atmosphere. Every corner of the city seems driven by one goal, becoming taller, greater, closer to the sky. Soft morning light falls on the western edge, revealing a different scene. The structure rises slowly from clay and stone, taking shape before the eyes. This city does not stand on earth alone. It stands on belief. That western building is one of the most innovative structures of the city. It stands on a clay platform, supported by a strong stone foundation below. Colored stone cones on the walls shimmer in sunlight. From afar, it looks like a living mosaic, expressing the city's faith. Inside, a water basin is discovered. The floor is built to resist water, suggesting it was part of a ritual practice. Post holes are found as well. They likely held flags or sacred symbols made from reeds and bamboo structures. In the central pillar hall, the colored cones return, black, white, and red, like faith permanently embedded in the walls. The western district, known in ancient sources as the Anu area, becomes a major religious center, the sacred land of the sky god Anu. Ruins here reveal large halls and side rooms, showing how organized Uruk's religious life truly was. These structures on clay platforms remind us, every brick in Uruk is not just construction, but a reflection of belief. But the question remains, are these massive structures truly for gods, or another form of human control? The sky over Uruk grows brighter, yet the city feels heavier and more mysterious. Dust and sunlight blend into a dreamlike atmosphere. In the city center, a massive structure rises toward the sky. Built from stone and clay, it is not just a temple, it reflects human ambition. When humans try to touch the sky, they're trying to reach the gods. This structure later becomes known as the White Temple. Standing nearly 40 feet tall, it dominates the flat landscape of Uruk. From afar, it looks like a white stone signal reaching toward the sky, a strange force rising from the heart of the city. This temple was not only religious, it was a powerful symbol of authority, belief, and organization. Multiple staircases led upward. With each step, people seemed to move from the human world toward the divine. At night, the temple stays awake. Moonlight falls on its white walls, creating a mysterious glow. This temple is built by humans, but its shadow feels divine. Thousands of workers build it over years. Clay, stone, and sweat turn it into a symbol of collective power. Around the temple rise administrative and religious centers where festivals, decisions, and the city's economy are managed. Gradually, Uruk transforms from a simple settlement into a controlled and organized city-state. But the question remains, was this center of power built only on faith or on silent control over people? Before dawn breaks, Uruk awakens. The sky is still dark, but inside the city, life has already begun its relentless motion. Dust rises in the streets, footsteps shake the ground, and distant voices of workers echo through the city. In this city, life never stops. It only changes its rules. People live
Here is
here,
the grain from the fields.
but their lives
Good.
are always trapped within calculation. The common houses are single-story made of mud. Roofs are covered with palm branches and reed mats. From outside, they seem simple, but inside each house is a strategy for survival, an adaptation to life. The houses are built around a central courtyard.
The fire burns well today.
This courtyard is life's center.
Yes, and the stew is almost ready.
Good. The others are waiting.
Cooking, conversations, and daily stories are born here. Thick walls block the desert heat. Light is low, the air heavy. Yet this is the world of ordinary people. Elite houses are different. Larger, spacious, decorated with colored plaster that silently shows their status. As the day progresses, hierarchy becomes clearer. Some work for temples, some for administration, and others struggle just to survive. A worker sitting outside the temple sees the city as vast yet distant. He knows it stands on his labor. His companion quietly says that this city cannot run without us. But how free are we inside it?
The temple rises slowly, but it will stand forever. Every stone we place is a prayer for the future. Look at it. Our hands shape eternity, and our sweat will be its foundation.
Behold the city. It endures. Yes, built to last the ages. Its secrets are carried on the wind, and we are its witnesses.
No answer comes. Dust drifts in the air, and in the distance, the white temple structure glows under the sun. Uruk is no longer just a city, it is a living system, where every person is a part of a larger structure. Dawn in Uruk brings not just light, it carries the signal of a new age. Dust rises in the streets, and within it, transformation begins. In the temple courtyard, large clay wheels spin, slow at first, then faster. A new reality is forming from mud and water. When humans go beyond the limits of their hands, civilization finds a new path. At this time, a revolutionary invention appears in Uruk, the wheel. At first, it is not for transport but for making clay pots. A potter sits before the wheel, clay in his hands, the spinning motion shaping perfect forms. Gradually, each pot becomes perfect, equal walls, refined shape, as if humanity has learned precision itself. This technology does not stay in art. Identical pots, identical shapes. Production begins in a new system.